Hello, everybody. Hopefully everybody can hear me, assuming people are there in the first place to hear me. Anyway, Jeff here, VW Bricks, for our weekly chat. Remote, like I said, 2 people watching. Hopefully, please confirm that you can hear me, because I'm out of my house at the moment and in a or mobile setup type thing. So, anyways, it's awkward and all that stuff. Because I'm awkward. Anyway, hello. Welcome. Alternate candidates waving hi. Waxsplat was here a couple of hours ago saying looking forward to hearing about the rants later. So assuming Mr. Sincere comes, there will be rants. If not, I'll try my best to rant. But we'll see what happens. So, and obviously we're ranting about Lego's quarterly or yearly results. Excuse me, I have a bit of a cough. I'm getting Dave's cough. And when I say that, I mean Dave's cough from like 3 months ago, because I'm actually watching Dave Cowdis's videos from 3 months ago or 2 months ago at the moment. I've caught up on all my YouTube from before I went away to Atlanta. And now anything that was over 30 minutes, I just said, okay, I'll watch this one later. And now I'm catching up from, like I said, Cowdis's videos from December. I watched a couple of them today and stuff. So I'm slowly catching up. It takes some time. So, but yeah, like I said, on remote today, visiting a friend. My kid is with his mom for March break for a few days. So I thought, well, I can get out of the house and work remotely and, hang out and stuff. So, so yeah, hence the different background. Maybe some noise in the background too, because, there's people here, but that's okay. So I haven't heard anybody say they can't hear me, so I'm assuming everybody can hear me. And I mean, by that, I mean, I haven't read that anybody can't hear me, because I wouldn't have heard it, because I'm talking to myself right now. Anyway, so yeah, and this is also technically our beginning of our third-ish year. Well, there's definitely our third year, beginning-ish of our third year. We started... The first broadcast I did was for Canadian Brick Builders was March 17th, 2021. It was a Wednesday. It was St. Patrick's Day. I'm not Irish, so I wasn't out drinking. It was also 2021, so COVID. Sincere hears me. Hopefully he will appear later. So that's good. Audio is fine. Awesome. Good. Thank you. So yeah, March 2021, it was the first episode I did. If you were to go back way back then, the first 20 minutes I was trying to figure out the setup and the layout of the screens and audio and all that crap. So I ended up, I think in the actual title it says, started about 20 minutes in, because about 20 minutes into the video, David Cowdis joined. So David had to reboot his computer. You figured he'd check that before. Anyways, I'm just bugging. Dave, we miss you. Hope to see you soon. Eric Sith is here. Hello. So yeah. So trying to think what I've done this week. You know what? I never actually did that. Let me just, as I'm talking here, I'm just going to pull up some of my photos just to see what I documented this week. Yeah, there's a few things I did. Okay. March. Okay, sorry, I'm just looking at the photos here. Okay. So I didn't do much, I'll be honest. I think I already talked about this, but really? Sorry. Last week, I think I ordered this. I'm trying to think what the date on this photo is. Anyway, last week the Friends Space Base set was on sale, 20% off. So I ended up buying one. I took this picture to send to St. Sierra because that's when Facebook and Facebook Messenger was down. So yeah, we'd already seen that one. Yeah, 3 years, almost time to put the deep flow away. That just so through. We're now we're almost in 4+ range. But yeah, I did go on the weekend. I ran over to my local Walmart and I took a picture of this because they had the space, the little space mech dude. It's the first time I've seen him in my Walmart here in Canada. for 1386. So I didn't buy one because I already got one when I was in the States. But that had happened. And I also saw this. Oh, mute. Um, our Walmart has like a drone floor cleaner, which is kind of interesting. Um, so I've seen it a few times, and every time I'm out, it's in the same aisle cleaning. So it was kind of interesting. It's March. I flipped my calendar. Mr. Sincere is joining us. Hello, sir.
Hello.
And I did build some Technic as well. I built the Technic garbage truck. Just kind of going over what I did this week because I didn't do a lot. I did get some buildings up on the castle. Oh, and I did some planning as well. I don't have pictures of that. I did some planning of the keep. I'm trying to rework the keep area, which I don't think I shared that in our private chat, did I, Dave?
Nope.
Let me just go back to us for a minute, and I'll see if I can find the pictures of that because I did take some digital images. So how's it going?
Good.
Good. Hello, David and clickbait. Fred's here. Hello. Getting ready for a blood infusion here, so I thought I'd join for a bit. Great. Well, great that you're joining, not great that you're going for a blood infusion. It's probably great because you probably need a blood infusion for the reasons that you're getting one. But anyways, yeah. Anyways, so how you doing, Dave?
Good.
Good. He's a man of many
And
words.
and Pat is joining us.
Pat the cat.
Pat the cat.
Is you Pat the cat? Or pet the cat, I guess, technically.
No, it's because of it's a TV show on Prime.
Okay.
And but before it was a TV show, it was a series of books, and we actually got one of the books through McDonald's Happy Meal, and the book was kind of nice because it told the story of Pat the cat,
Okay.
who was down and not feeling good, and someone lended him a pair of sunglasses, the blue sunglasses,
Yeah.
and they told him they were magical sunglasses. So now he sees it the whole thing through another way, and he finds positive in all kinds of things. And so I thought it was a nice story. So when I got Pat during COVID, actually, at the
Yeah.
start
Okay.
of COVID, because I lost my first cat just at the start of COVID, and so we decided to get another cat, and we
Yeah.
named it Pat, Pat the cat.
Pat the cat. Makes sense. Gotcha. Okay, I found the pictures I was showing, but so yeah, how have you been? I'll show the pictures in a minute. I'll continue with you.
Been good. I did post on social media, well, on Facebook, asking through Bricomany, asking if there were more people interested in displaying stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and I got a good response. So I think we're gonna have a good show. So
Okay. So you've got more people going, more people
yeah,
displaying.
yeah, you have more people displaying. We still have some room. So if you're interested, go sign up. But we actually got more people, and we actually got more people from outside of Kellogg. So that's cool too. So
Cool.
new fans, new
Yeah.
new.
Cats can't see red; they see it as something like blue. So blue glasses would make everything like red meat or red meat to them. Okay.
I don't know. It
Cool.
was a nice story.
Yeah, for sure. Building wise, have you done any?
No, I haven't done any building. I'm supposed to do some building. I'm supposed to do my cube for the Neo Sheaga project, but I haven't started yet. Unfortunately, I was quite busy because we're actually in the playoffs.
Oh, hockey stuff. Yeah.
Hockey stuff. So we had a practice on Friday. We had a game on Saturday, which
Mm-hmm.
we lost, and our first game in the playoffs we lost, and we had another practice on Sunday. So and
Okay.
and so yeah, I've been busy, but not busy with my bricks, unfortunately.
busy
and I
and
didn't
yeah.
and I didn't buy anything, so I have nothing to show.
Yeah,
I have my T-shirt though.
that looks like one of the old Lego or Toronto shirts. And I know it's not, but we had the Toronto group RTL used to have shirts like that, I think, but it's quite a while ago. um, David, get off the screen and start building. Is that
Yeah, I
what you
should
were
do that.
laughing at? Yeah. Don't get it at stream though, because yeah, we need you later to rate wonderful things like helicopters and stuff.
Well, maybe Pat will prevent me from renting because right now he's on my lap and he's purring. So
Well, there you go. Going back to photos, my sister actually posted this in our Canadian Brick Realtor group out at the local Dollarama to her. There was a bunch of the poly bags.
I have to get to Dollarama.
I do
See
too, actually.
if they have those space
Yeah,
sets because
yeah.
I want
Well,
some.
yeah. Whoops.
I mean, at $5 a pop, I could get
These
like
guys.
five and
Yeah,
not
yeah,
worry about it.
yeah. I want to get to Dollarama too. Hopefully this week I'll be able to go because I wouldn't mind getting some of these too. I already have one, but I want to, build a small, have a few extra, army ones.
I don't have one, so
And it keeps on going back. So there's also the Creator Dog and the City Police Off-Road Buggy set and Dragon's Rising set as well. And that was Shane going to the local Mastermind Toys. But the other one I wanted to show, which was my Castle Progress. This is an old picture of my keep area when I was first laying it out like 2 weeks before Brick Fair, Alabama. And I rushed to build it. Like all these towers were already built and stuff. I was just trying to figure out how to lay it out. And this is the floor plan I ended up going with. And now I'm playing with, oh, that's not it. Now I'm playing with a few different designs. So I basically, so this will still be the keep on the inside, but just trying to figure out some walls, adding a few more towers in there, hopefully going a little higher as well with those towers. So I come up with that one, and then I think this is the one I'm going to go with, which is 7 towers.
cool.
With the door to the keep here. The only thing I got to worry about now is just the spacing through here, and stuff. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And like I said, I'll have different size towers throughout. Probably the keep will be a little taller as well. But I'm not sure when I'll actually start building this version because I have to rework the pathway system as well for this also. But yeah, that was kind of what I was kind of playing with. And hopefully this doesn't kill the stream. I'm just opening up Digital Designer because I ended up building my towers in Studio, which is
Ooh, you're going to sell plans?
no, I did have someone ask me this week if I put plans on Rebrickable for the whatchamacallit, the mosaic, the classic space mosaic. And I'm like, yeah, I probably could do that, but that would be a lot of whatchamacallit, a lot of effort, I guess. I don't know.
I think wasn't it already built in Studio?
Yeah, it already is built in Studio. I have it. It'd just be a lot of cost, and if I do it, I'd have to build the instructions for it. Ideally, I should just put it the instructions, not the actual Studio file, right? So
yeah.
But yeah, so I designed all the towers,
and I think you could sell that because I think some people might be interested in buying those and building the mosaic for themselves. So
yeah, so maybe I'll do it. It's a question of getting the time to do it, right? So, but yeah, I mean, this allows me now to see the spacing between and stuff. That's why all these doors are open on the
yes, because you have to have space to let the horse.
Well, I got to get space for people to come through here. Like, so this one's a little tight, so I might. There's not much I could do. I might slide this way a bit, like down here, so the wall comes out a bit further. But that also then makes this area have to get crunched as well. And right now there's basically four studs between each tower, and then longer here, obviously, because there would be a tower in between normally. But I needed an opening, so. But yeah, like Digital Designer or a Studio is great for this too, just because I was able to move it around and play with it, and just do the footprints of each of the pieces. So, but anyway, yeah, close that. Oh, I got like a warning.
Yeah.
Look, I got an exclamation mark.
Warning.
I don't know what that
Warning.
was. Now it's not responding. Anyways, there we go.
You're frozen.
Am I? Am I back?
I know. I don't know. Yeah, you're still on, but your studio seems to be frozen up.
So yeah, that's why I haven't bothered putting the rest of the castle up right now, because I'm working on the upper section. I want to rebuild a little bit. So right now the rest of the castle is just sitting in pins, like in the room and stuff. So yeah, Dollarama bags for $5 a piece. So at least here in Ontario. So
yeah, we're here in Quebec too. Of course you have to have the GST and the QST, but
yeah. And speaking of Dollarama, I just noticed there's a Dollarama bag up here.
Dollarama.
That's my lint bag for emptying the dryer. But yeah, anyway, okay. So yeah. I guess we should hop in the news since we're already here.
And there's a lot of news because
there's a sufficient amount of news. I will not argue with you on that one. All right.
Are we going to talk about the rumored set or the leak?
We will, once we get through what we talk about, we'll discuss if there's any we missed, because I haven't been paying attention for the past couple of days.
Okay.
Other than what's in Brickset and stuff and this, so
because the rumor mill is at it again.
Yeah, so there's a few articles that did talk about future stuff here. And we will have next Wednesday, we'll definitely have a new set to talk about, because something's being released or just shown for the first time on the Tuesday. But again, we'll get into it. Bags are not here in Nova Scotia yet. Interesting. Excuse me. Sorry. Walmart doesn't carry polybags anymore, so I think Dollar Store has taken that over, or Dollarama has taken that over. So I don't know. Like I said, hopefully tomorrow I can run out and get to a Dollarama. Hopefully. So, all right. So yeah, Lego Ideas Vintage Record Player achieved 10,000 supporters. So this is built by Ambassador Dexterous Cyclone 100. Wow, that's quite the name. It almost sounds like one of those old Lego generated names from the Lego, like from the original.
I much prefer your nickname, Jeff.
Which was?
It's VW Bricks.
Oh, okay.
It's much easier to remember.
And spell. I mean, or just all three of those words are, well, okay, Ambassador maybe not so much, but Dexterous and Cyclone, they have enough letters in them that it'd be like, am I spelling this right? Yeah. Anyway, so this features a gramophone. That has functionality such as a posable needle, removable lid, as well as 3 vinyl records that can be swapped out. Obviously, they're not real vinyl though, because they're brick built. But anyway, sorry. Of interest, the knob is turning, but I don't see the record player spinning. So I don't know if that's one of the features or not. It also comes with a small mini build of a person sitting in front of a gramophone.
Well, at this point, it's still an idea. It's still
agreed.
It's not an official set, so
yeah. But I mean, if you were creating that motion and you did a video for this to make that spin, would you not make the record spin as well?
Yes.
Ben saying, I'm surprised Jeff didn't come on looking like a baller, if you asked David, he was solely responsible for Lego's profit position. Yes, we'll get into that. David's buying of every space set over the past few years. Anyways, that's led to Lego making so much.
But Jeff bought every flower set.
I did not buy every flower. I haven't bought any flowers for the past 2 years. Any of the big sets I have not bought for the past 2 years in flowers. And I specifically said I have not bought any of them. I think you misread that when you made.
Well, you did get the piranha plant.
I did, but that's not a flower.
Well,
That's a
technically
Mario
it
set.
is.
Mario, not Mario. Mario. Anyways, Lego Ideas Coraline, the Pink Palace. I achieved 10,000 supporters. I believe this is a rebuild again. Maybe not, because it
No,
doesn't
no,
say.
it wasn't a rebuild.
Because I know there was one previously that made it to 10,000. So this is by Daniel Bradley with an extra Y at the end. Hit 10,000 supporters, 1,707 piece build, features the Pink Palace apartments with an open back to show details inside. So, like I said, there had been one previously, right? So that had been into the idea system. So sometimes when I see a duplicate, I just assume it's the same one. So, but anyways. Yeah, well, the Ben's got a point here. To be a Lego product, the gramophone needs to be a spinning turntable and also have a sound module. I don't think they'll put a sound module in that because you'd have like the old folk music playing. I don't know what that would be, but or yeah, just the.
The
So Lego
needle.
Ideas had a contest called Exploring the Cosmos, and the winners had been announced. The interesting thing is there's a space baby sitting in this. But anyways, this being one of the winners, I guess.
Yes.
The grand prize winner is the build base, or is the base build. The grand prize winner for the base build is Micro Rail Command Center by Valkyrik. And the winner of the vehicle build is Moon Car by Enchanting Noodle. Lego has already started the process, so we'll probably see these later on this year or early next year. So, I mean, that's kind of a cool little car. But what do you think of this one?
I like it, but again, it's the micro astronaut scale that
Yes.
doesn't do it for me. So,
But how about if it came with another color micro astronaut, like a yellow one
or a red one.
or a red one? Yeah, I know.
But I didn't get the first set, so.
And we don't know if there's going to be a baby in this as well. Like there's one in the picture, but who knows? That might not get included, right? It would make sense.
I personally would prefer if it was a minifig.
Yeah, but I don't know if a
rather than-
minifig would fit in that under that.
Probably
canvas.
not.
Yeah,
Probably not. But I mean, it would be
Excuse me.
great if it was like a minifig.
Agreed. Anyway, and like I said, the car is kind of cool too. The space hover vehicle.
Because if it was a minifig scale set,
Yeah,
I would definitely like
it more.
get it. Yeah.
Although,
Because it's supposed to be a gift with purchase, so
yeah.
I would totally get on the train and
Yeah.
buy enough Lego to get it.
To get the,
And I would expand it because I already have the gray rails
the gray
to
rails. Yeah,
expand to expand that set. So
Yeah,
I would
for sure.
like
Makes sense.
and I would totally get GK Brickworks plans to motorize it and put it on in my display. So
yeah. I'm just looking at the amount of stickers that would probably come in this set because like every printed Lego piece that was space related, at least Mtron and Classic Space seems to be in here. I think that one was Mtron. Can't remember. That might have been a later one. But even like the 1x4 white brick with the lines on it. Anyways. But yeah, just interesting to see. We'll have a little bit more space builds in the future. Right. So the first teaser this week, also Lego Ideas, that's why I kind of put it in this section, was a Dungeons and Dragons teaser that came out earlier this week. In fact, a couple of days ago. There is not a link to it here. I thought there was. It's basically there's a video on YouTube's or on Instagram, on Lego's Instagram that shows like a 20-sided dice rolling. That's not Lego brick built. It's just a regular 20-sided dice, and then the mouth is opening on this mimic treasure chest thingy here. Eating a 20-sided dice. The official reveal of this set should be coming really soon. So people are thinking that this might be a gift with purchase to go with the other idea set that's coming out for Dungeons and Dragons, which is the next article. They also gave us this picture this week. that shows, 4 different shadowy Dungeons and Dragons characters. It's their landing page currently has a countdown to March 19th at 10 a.m. Pacific, which is 8 a.m. Eastern. No, 7 a.m. Eastern Pacific, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So on Tuesday, so we'll be able to talk about this next week on our show on Wednesday. The page shows 4 minifigures, which will most likely be in the set. So looking forward to this, just for the hopefully new minifigures for castle escapades in the future. It is a beefy looking chest. That just didn't sound right after I said it out loud. But yeah, the countdown page, which is right
looking set.
It's directly on their page. 5 days, 15 hours. It's interesting. This guy has a pauldron on the one shoulder. I don't know if that's an existing part like that.
No, is it a pauldron or is it his shield?
Well, it's like shoulder armor, this piece here. Because he's definitely got a piece of armor on. I just don't remember a shoulder armor piece. And this might be an Indigo part or something like that. Not really sure. But yeah, it's kind of be interesting to see. It's hard to see what's going on too, because I mean they're obviously animated figures, like their legs are not moving properly compared to like regular Lego figures. But anyway, all right, next up. I saw this on Brick Fanatics, and I did want to chat about this. Someone has taken one of the Friends Mansion and basically neutralized the colors in it, giving us just a white and black one. I don't know if we talked about this in the past. I think Chris brought it up a couple of days ago. But there's basically, I can't click on these. Great. So yeah, there's like an all white version of the mansion, which looks pretty cool actually.
Definitely.
I don't know what you think. Would you prefer the colored version, or would you?
No, I prefer the colorless version.
Colorless, okay. I like the colored version, honestly, but yeah, it was kind of an interesting look. Oh, and here's the list of parts that you need to pull out of your own collection in order to build it, I guess.
Now, I think the white version is actually quite nice, and it would fit in nicely with any town display or
for sure.
city display.
Yeah, agreed. So, anyways, so yeah, it's on Brick Fanatics if you want to check it out. Looks like it gives you some instructions on what to change and stuff as well.
It proves again that Friends, the Friends team has had better designs for buildings than the
for sure. For sure.
The last few years.
Yep. Although cities buildings have been nice. They haven't been all fire engines and helicopters, right? So, and fire stations. I mean, we do have a fire station again, but they did go away. They're not constantly going.
Yeah.
They're trying
to modernize the architecture. Yeah.
They've had a whole downtown section for a while with like modern buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
So available right now on the Insiders program is another customizable Lego cap. This one is in black with an M-Tron logo. It's about 4,000 points if you want to get it. The Blacktron snapback cap is good quality, embellished with Lego details such as a brick pattern under the visor and a Lego logo on the back. And thankfully, unlike the others that have been offered as rewards recently, it does not have a distressed visor. If the style suited me, which it doesn't, I would wear it. That's the author of this, not me. The gold sticker reads, "Only the best is good enough" in English and Danish. There's the brick pattern underneath. That's kind of cool. And then, like I said, it's got a Velcro patch on it, and it's got 3 different patches that go on, or that can go on. I think, now that I think about this has already been in the store, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought it was a red one.
But yeah, it wasn't in I think it wasn't in black.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't get it, because it was like it had a Blacktron logo, but it was in a black hat, and it didn't make sense to me. I would debate it, but I don't wear baseball caps.
I'm debating it, but since it's a flat,
well, you can bend it.
Yeah, I can bend it, but it doesn't look right.
Yeah,
you bend it.
Yeah, fair enough. But for those of you that want some Lego merch, this was the flower store came back last week. I can't remember if I noticed it when we were chatting or not on the Wednesday, but I know on the Thursday I noticed that it was back in the store in the shop. The promos actually ended already for this, so it's no longer available.
No, it can't, I think well, we didn't know.
March 10th.
We didn't talk about it on Wednesday.
Okay.
But you did notice on Thursday that it was back.
Yeah,
And I think it got back on Thursday actually. So
yeah. It ran until March 10th. So this is old news, but just the fact that Lego had it, sold out of it, and then managed to bring it back again is kind of interesting. I wonder if that was just they got part of the shipment into the warehouses, and then there was another one coming that they didn't have yet. That's why they sold out or something. But seems weird that they would do that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Or maybe they listened to the show and said, "Oh, we did a bad marketing. That was a bad marketing idea. Let's try to fix it."
It was us for sure. Was this one of the rumors you were talking about?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so there's rumored to be a new Transformer this summer, which is Bumblebee. Get another Transformer set. It's reported to be coming this summer, having 950 pieces and retailing for about 90 US. Bumblebee, which already has a set number 10338, will be joining Optimus Prime. Obviously, the main question now is which version of Bumblebee will it be? Will it be the Generation 1 version, since Optimus Prime was the original, or will they go with an updated version from the movies?
No, I think they're gonna go with the updated version.
Yeah, the Camaro versus
yeah.
Which Camaro though? The 1970s Camaro or 80s Camaro or the current Camaro? Well, we don't have a current Camaro set, so
that's debatable.
Yeah.
No, since Jacob is a big fan of Transformers, he would say that right now the 1970s Camaro Transformer is the better toy. It's actually fans and experts, Transformer experts say that the 1970s Camaro is a better version of Bumblebee. But is it the most recognizable? I think the modern Camaro is the most recognizable of the Bumblebee.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, at the same time, if it was a Volkswagen Bug, I wouldn't complain necessarily. Although we've already had a Lego Volkswagen Bug set, so I would probably go Camaro over Bug. But as I say that, I'm like, wait, we've had a Camaro. We have a Camaro Lego set,
and
a black one.
To be honest, the G1 version of Bumblebee, the Transformer, it wasn't like a very, very small Transformer. And
that's true. Yeah, so the scale to Optimus will be interesting to see too. I mean, I'll give Lego some money for this because I have Optimus as well. I probably will wait a bit, won't buy it right away, just because my current list of sets that I want from the January wave and the March wave, both waves exceed about $1,000. I want to spend. So
and you don't want to be the sole responsible for Legos.
Well, not right now, not for this year. but yeah. All right. Next up, we have from the Brick Fan again. So the Lego Spring Garden House gift of purchase set was officially announced the day after our chat. It is currently available as a gift of purchase on Shop at Home till I think it's the March 21st.
Yeah. $105 would get you.
Yeah, $105 Canadian. This says March 12th to the 31st. And I think I read the 21st, but the 21st, like 31st is Good Friday or is Easter weekend. So that would make more sense. But it's also while supplies last. And it's obviously a little house shaped like an egg with a little buildable bunny and chick. And there is another interesting thing. I think the next article talks about it. The house is now live on the site as of the 11th. And there was another set that was available. Yeah, it's not here. Let me just go to
smaller set. Yeah.
So I'm just going to add something to my cart here that's worth some money.
Or just go to the offers and sell section.
Well, I could do that too, but I'm just going to add an expensive set to my shopping cart. There you go, Snow White. I'm going to accidentally order it. View my bag. So it comes with the
The
bunny,
bunny.
this bunny as well, which is a little poly bag bunny at the looks of it. But still 2 gift with purchases at the same time. And this one's at $50 rate, I think it was. Yeah, $50 and over Canadian. And like you said, the other one was $105.
So over $105, you get both.
You got both. Yeah. So it kind of makes me want to buy something because that's not a bad deal. But at the same time, then I'm buying something, right? And I'd rather not.
Yeah.
Um,
I might pull the trigger because, like I said
Well, if you're gonna
previously,
try
I do have a pick a brick order that I want to get in,
oh,
and
yeah. I
it's
didn't think
a
about
fairly
picking-
large one, and so
Yeah. So that might do.
I was looking at it this weekend, and I saw both of the promos
Yeah.
that were up. So I was debating getting it, and I was looking at it and, well, am I really gonna use those sets or the bricks in it? So
Yeah.
that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah. And it's a question of like, I would get them just to have them and sell them off later or whatever, or build them, or if family comes over, have them build it type stuff. Like, it's not like I need any of the parts in here or anything. But they are kind of cute. So,
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm car researching for the record, just because in next year I'll be looking for a new vehicle. So if that's why you're seeing lots of car ads on my.
That, and you cannot have an ad blocker on your browsers.
I don't want an ad blocker. I'm okay with them. My lease expires next year on my car. That's why I'm looking for one. It's not like I need one. It's basically I either keep my existing car or I get another lease. So yeah. All right. Next up. So one of the big announcements this week was on March 10th on the weekend, which was the Mario Day. March 10th, Mario. So they announced 3 different sets, plus Mario Kart is coming in the future in 2025, which I had predicted already because we had those banana pieces come out and we had the Bowser car as well. This was the promo for the Mario Day, for the Mario Kart, which is an outline of a car. And then, so then they have a few sets, again, US pricing here. First one is Battle with Roy at Peach's Castle for 738 pieces, $70 or 65 US. So still large scale figs, obviously. Next up was the King Boo's Haunted Mansion, 932 pieces, $75. And I know roughly about these sets, but I don't know much about them from the games because unfortunately I didn't get a chance to play them when I was younger. And lastly, the Bowser Express Train, 1,392 pieces for 120 US.
Okay, I know Mario, but I never heard of a train. So.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't know where the train would have come in from. But yeah, I did notice that they'd have the cloud piece here in gray, which is kind of interesting. Just because it's a new color. I don't think I'd use it for anything, but it's interesting to see. So yeah, they had announced those, and like I said, the Mario Kart teaser for next year, which I think that's this article as well. Obviously, I didn't read the first one enough to know.
But again, it doesn't look like it's gonna be minifig scale.
No, it's not minifig scale.
Which is disappointing.
I think it even said something. It's an 8-minute video, which also reveals a trio of. So the original video reveals the trio of sets, featuring a silhouette of a Mario Kart as well as a Mario figure, suggesting that we were going to see more Lego Mario figure functionality well into next year. So it's going to be still the large figure.
Why Lego?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
I mean, I don't own any of the Mario or Nintendo sets. But if they came out with a Mario minifig in a set, I would definitely buy it just to get the Mario minifigure.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I haven't intentionally bought any Mario sets. I might have gotten a Mario gift of purchase, Like they might have thrown in a poly bag at some point because I think there were some of those that went around at some point. But yeah, I've never actually bought one of these sets or any of these sets. They just don't do anything
But
for me.
if they came out with a minifigures
Oh yeah,
scale
for sure.
set,
Yeah, I would be there because I think that would be a nice little display stand and stuff. So
see,
what? See.
well, we both agree that if they came out with a minifigure scale set, we would buy
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And we both said we didn't buy the current Mario set because they don't have
Okay.
any minifigures.
Yes.
And I see all the times at Walmarts and other stores, the Mario sets are on the shelves collecting dust.
Oh yeah, for sure. Sorry, I thought you were trying to make a point with the CC. Like, see, I told you would but collect them all or
No,
something. Okay.
no. My point is, see, both of us would definitely buy a
Yeah,
Mario set if it was with a
yeah. Like
minifigure.
for
And
it would be printing money for them. Although I
so
think there might be some.
why aren't they not producing
Are we allowed?
minifigures?
Are we allowed to rant this early about that? No. Anyways. Um,
I'm
yeah.
ramping up.
But here's a question though: if they did do that now, how many parents would be upset that they'd spent all the money on the large scale things
Well,
for their kids?
they could still do the large scale sets. I
Yeah,
mean,
and just do more like poly bags or like the blind bags type things for Mario or like that. That's why I was thinking with Mario Kart, they'd be really small sets unless you were to do groups of cars together and a racetrack or something like that, right? Like have it as a bigger set. Um, so yeah, I don't like. I can see why they don't do minifigs, but at the same time, I want them to. So go figure.
I don't. I see. I don't see why they're not doing minifigs.
But there must be some contractual thing that they're not allowed to. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, who knows? All right, next up, the big news for this week, which was the Batman animated series Gotham City, was officially announced on the Thursday after the day after our chat, which is based on the cartoon series, the animated series, which I just said a few moments ago. 4,210 pieces, retails for $299 US, which is $389 Canadian. This will be out on April 1st. And it's a beautiful looking skyline. I mean, it's got lots of details. The facades on some of the buildings come off, so you can see some details inside and some little hidden things.
It's definitely aimed at an adult.
Oh yeah,
at collectors and because you can actually mount it on your wall.
Yeah, it's mountable. Yeah, I was just pulling that up. Whoop, that's not the right set.
Hey, Groot.
That's an awesome set, but not the right set. 76271. What did I type in? I think I typed in 217. Yeah, 271. Let's see if that works. No. Oh yeah, I did.
Yes.
Okay. It still said I am Groot in front of it, so that's why I wasn't sure if it would work. But view all. So just look at the videos first. Not the video that I wanted. Sorry, I wanted this video, which just shows the back. So you can just see it's a bunch of red 16 by 16 plates. They do have the hanging hooks here. So originally, when I saw this originally, I'm like, oh, they must be using those big mosaic tiles, which they're not. I guess trying to keep it thin as possible, which makes sense as well. But we'll zoom in. I wish I could make the screen bigger, but unfortunately we cannot. It's pretty large.
It's definitely an adult set.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you can see. Oh, that's what the Batmobile. I was going to say the one thing I haven't figured out was where the Batmobile actually goes, because there's all these removable parts.
Yeah.
That go over it, and I saw the Batmobile sitting here. And there's another picture, like the next picture has, or one of the next pictures has everything attached. And I'm like, I don't see the Batmobile anywhere. So it makes sense that would be inside Wayne Manor or in the Batcave. But I just didn't see that feature. And one of my most favorite features is the little Batman right here on top of the tower. I think there's a picture. It comes with the figs as well. which I honestly don't know if any of them are unique or not. I guess Catwoman most likely is, probably the Joker too. Where's the there's a little Batman tile,
Yeah,
which I absolutely love.
very
Just
cool.
awesome. And then there's a bunch of stickers as well hidden behind those walls of all the different villains and their habitats, shall we say. Catwoman stealing some gems, things like that. Oh yeah, there it is there. Okay. So
Yeah, the fact that it mounts to a wall, I think it's
yeah,
a great idea
yeah.
because
Would you buy it?
well, it's a bit expensive for
I
for
agree.
my taste,
Yeah.
and I don't have the wall to
Space.
hang it out, the space, the wall space to hang it. So,
Yeah. Space.
but I think that for adults, collectors,
Yeah.
fan of Batman,
DC
the
fan.
anime, DC
Yeah.
fans,
Yeah.
it's a great set.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree. It
and
will
like I
definitely
said, the fact that you can wall mount it, I
yeah.
think it's a brilliant idea because I said it before, and that's what my criticism for other sets, that it's dust collectors. You
Yeah.
build it, you sit it on the shelves, and it collect dust. Now you can actually mount it to your wall. Yes, it's gonna collect dust because everything collects dust, but I mean it doesn't take shelf space, and
Yeah.
it's a I think it's a great Art Deco piece.
Yeah. It's a nice display piece in general. So I agree. I'm not arguing with you on that one. So
So kudos to Lego for
yeah,
that set. I think
agreed. All right,
it's very well executed.
next up, prepare the rants now. So the Lego group, and I'm using this one because we can zoom in on the pictures here. So this is from the Brick Fan. The Lego Group's 2023 annual results report small but steady growth. So while the rest of the toy industry has had a loss over the past year, Lego has grown 2%, which, considering the economy, I'd say that's pretty good for them.
I think it's great for them
Yeah,
because, like you said, most of the other toy companies had a rough year.
yeah.
Not catastrophic, but a rough year. But Lego
Oh, yeah.
didn't even lose money. They got a growth. So
Yeah. Yeah. So revenue was up to 65.9 billion, 2% higher than despite the decline in
that's
toy
in
market.
Danish crown.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Did I not say what did I say? 2. Did I say 65.9 billion? But
Yep.
yeah, DKK, Danish kroner. Consumer sales were up 4%. Operating profits was 17.1 billion versus 17.9 last year. So they were down in profit, but they also put money towards accelerating their strategic initiative.
because they announced some investment last year, but
Yeah.
you have to keep money going to these new plants and new facilities.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And Axel, you do have a point. Inflation is more than 2%. So if you were to include inflation, then yeah, they didn't really, their sales were probably dropped a bit, but they compare it year over year is how companies are comparing it. So
well, if inflation is more than, inflation is not more than 2%. It was more than 2% for a few months.
okay, I don't know.
And it grew drastically in a few months, but
But
overall,
inflation is regional dependent too, right? Our inflation might have gone above 2%, but I know I'm pretty sure Europe has, because they've had some heating crises and stuff like that too, I think.
sure.
Right? So, but yeah. So, let's zoom in on this a bit. So 65 billion Danish kroner. Did you figure how much that was Canadian?
No, I didn't.
All right.
Didn't take the time, but
65.9, 65,900,000. That's billion, right? No, 65,900. That's 65 million, 000.
yeah. Billion.
DKK to CAD. Let's just see if they took that. It's only $13 billion Canadian.
13 billion.
13 billion Canadian dollars. And for our friends south of the border, 9 billion US. Canadian dollars
9
sounds a lot more.
billion.
Almost $10 billion American.
And that's revenue, right?
And that's revenue. Yeah, that was revenue. Operating profits were 17.1 billion. Do you want me to throw that into?
Yeah.
All right.
Because the profit is like the most important part of it.
To US dollars, it's 3 billion US, 3.3 billion Canadian. It's what, 4 billion? Whoops. 3.3. Did I not? Why is it not taking it?
I don't know.
2.5 million. So 2.5 million USD, 3.5 Canadian billion.
Billion.
3.38 billion Canadian dollars. Billion, yes. Yes. Billion.
In 1 year.
In 1 year. In one single year.
In 1 year, you get $3 billion.
Yeah. Profit.
Profit.
Money in their pockets.
Money in your pocket. You invested in your plants. You paid your employees. You paid all your taxes. Hopefully.
Hopefully, yes.
And all of your expenses are paid for, and all your investment are done. Remaining in your pocket, $3 billion.
And they now own 9.8 million children. No, impacted through social responsibility initiatives.
Well, they have the money to buy children.
Right. Well, let's not talk about that. We don't want to get banned. So this was interesting too. Lego Fortnite versus digital experience with Epic Games. Largest portfolio ever. 47% of products were new. So I'm like, that's not new.
I've read somewhere else that they had 780 product set out, which is the largest inventory, well, not inventory, but largest offering of products they had. That's like record breaking.
Yeah,
they never had 780 different sets to offer, and now their portfolio is like humongous, and they're making profits. And
and I mean, like when they say 40%, 7% of their products were new, I mean, they come in with new sets every month pretty much, and they retire sets every month too. So that like 47% turnover in sets, like new versus old, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, it's not it's not real news. So
yeah, that anyway. But popular themes were City, Technic, Icons, Star Wars, and Harry Potter.
City is probably because of me.
City because of David, yes, because he's bought every single space set, not to mention helicopters, that have been on the market from Lego City for a while.
Not helicopters, but
Technic, I could be partially responsible for Technic. Partially, I bought a few smaller Technic sets. But Icons definitely could be responsible for that one too. Star Wars, not so much for me.
Well, I did buy a few sets, but they were on sale, so
yeah, and you're buying them probably not from Lego directly. So Lego isn't getting all that money; they're only getting 50% of the money from the original sale to the to Targets and WalMarts and stuff like that, or not Targets here, but you know what I mean. 50 Lego Builder app, 15 plus million downloads, 14% increase versus 2022. They now have 1,031 branded stores. 147 new stores were opened globally in 2023. Most of those in Asian markets, from what I understand. Lego Insiders membership program launched August of 2023.
Yeah, and they seem to have forgotten Canada. I mean, when was the last time Lego opened a brand store in Canada?
I don't know.
It's been a while.
I like last one I can think of is the Montreal. Like, what wasn't the one of the Montreal ones the last ones?
I think the Ottawa one. I think
The Ottawa? Okay,
the
I wasn't sure.
the Ottawa one was the last one, and it's a small one.
I wonder if they opened any in the West Coast. Um,
I didn't hear about. I think they might have opened one in again either in Edmonton or Calgary.
yeah, yeah.
I know there was one back west, but again it was again in Alberta. I didn't hear about any store opening in British Columbia,
Yeah,
and there were certainly not another one in Ontario. So
yeah, agreed. Um, Ben is saying that if they want to increase their revenue, they need to lower the price on those inside tour prices and offer more spots. Yeah, I mean, the price of the inside tour is as high as it is because they know there's a demand for it. I would say they're making money off of it, obviously, but they don't need to lower the price because there's always people. Like, I'm pretty sure they fill up every year.
and it's not their biggest.
It doesn't make them
It's,
money. Like,
yeah,
it really makes them money,
it's
but
not their that it's not a venture that it's gonna make a difference
yeah,
in their revenue.
yeah,
I
agreed.
mean, the sets, the digital thing, and that's where they're getting all their
Yeah.
revenue mostly. So
Axel was saying all your private flights of your CEOs are paid for, all their hotel rooms and inners.
yep,
Oh, he's talking about
yeah, the
no,
profits.
the profit. Yeah, okay. Hashtag
Yeah,
need another basement. Sorry, I'm just catching up on chats because I was busy talking. And is the investment in the new Asia plant one of them? Yeah, I mean, there's the new Asia plant. They're expanding. They're building stuff here in Boston.
well,
And,
there's a plant in
and,
Vietnam that's being built.
yeah, and
There's a facility that's being built in United States.
yeah, there's in Virginia. I think they're building a facility.
Yeah.
They're also relocating their headquarters to Boston. So there's probably some investment in that stuff. Dave does need more helicopters, and maybe the space VTOL Technic set. Maybe.
No,
Please Lego,
no,
please. Please link insider points to insider tour. I don't know that you get much off of your discount of insider points unless you've got a lot, Ben. 150 new of 10,050. That is, they had 900. So I guess, this is that. So this is stores. Okay, 150 new of 10,050. So they had 900 new stores originally. So they increased by 16.6% of stores. Interesting. At least get the Dune Ornithopter, Dave. Apparently. I haven't seen Dune 2 yet. I'm going to hopefully get out in the next week or so to see that. I want to rewatch Dune, the first Dune again, too. So, all right. So back to this. We talked about that stuff. Let's see if there's anything else here that's of interest. 60% increase in spending on environmental initiatives.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of. I want to say bullshit, but I think the word is a little strong. But
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean,
they did announce all that we're changing the bags all to
yeah,
paper bags,
it's
but
finally starting to happen.
it,
Finally now.
it's starting. It's barely
Yeah,
starting to
agreed.
happen. Barely starting to happen. I
Yeah.
mean, the turnaround time is insane. I mean,
Well,
it
and that
should we should all the 2024 sets should already have their paper
okay.
bags.
But my thought is that they had like years worth of plastic bags already purchased, right? They probably bought plastic bags on bulk.
Yeah, but plastic bags are recyclable. I mean, sell them out, recycle them. I mean, they do that. They do that all the time with their own bricks. They recycle them and reuse them for other to make other bricks. Why can't you do it with your plastic bags?
Yeah, well, I mean, because buying a bunch of plastic, if you have, say, you have millions of plastic bags in your warehouse that you need to use up, recycling all of those right away would be a waste of Like people would get pissed off if they were to do that too, just so they could switch over to paper and then have to
Well,
produce.
if you're recycling it, you're reusing those plastic bags. So
Yeah,
I
but I'm
mean,
saying they haven't used the plastic bags yet in the future that they have in their warehouses, right? Like they have a bunch of empty plastic bags that they use
yeah,
for the packing process. They've
yeah,
got to get through all that first. It's the same thing with plastic straws to paper straws that they've been doing here. There's still some
yeah.
places
But
that are carrying
I mean,
plastic because they
get the
have that.
plastic bags, recycle
Okay,
them, use them for something else, and
I'm not
go
arguing with you.
directly to paper bags. Because
Anyways, okay.
you did announce paper bags. If you're announcing it,
And I've received 2 sets that have a single paper bag in each so far.
I
I have
haven't seen one. I haven't got a set with paper bags yet.
one of the sets I bought from my Bricklink store, which was the Jurassic Park set. It was like the smaller one with Dr. Ellie Statler and the other guy. I can't think of his name. So it was like one of the smaller dinosaurs. The dinosaur was in a paper bag. So I've had a couple sets now that have had paper bags, but the rest are plastic. So I think they're getting there. It's just
Yeah, but 60% increase in spending on the
well,
environmental initiative. I mean,
it's probably not plastic to paper. It's probably other things as well. And I mean, 60% increase. If you spent $2,000 last year and you're now spending another, I'm doing the math now and it doesn't work. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? If you spent like $4,000 now, hey, look, we've increased it by 100% in this case. But yeah, anyway.
and they did announce. I mean, they announced a few years back they were talking about doing bricks that are plant based.
Yeah.
Where's that project now?
Well,
Where
I think they're still doing that, and I know the plants have switched over to be plant-based. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Axel. 3,000 would be 3,200. Give me a break. It's been a day. I mean, 2050, they're pledging to achieve net zero emissions. 2032, science-based target of 37% reduction compared to 2019. I'm assuming I was wondering if this was the plastic brick thingy. Annual carbon KPI for all employees from 2024. So I guess that's carbon offsets, maybe. I don't know. Capacity expanded and capabilities upgraded at 3 factories: Hungary, Mexico, and China. 2 new factories being built in the Vietnam and the U.S., both designed to be energy efficient and include solar farms to match their energy needs. And last,
well,
but
yeah, that's great, but I mean, every industrial company is doing that. When
yeah,
you're right now, if you're
but
building a plant, you're making
they're
it.
they're just trying to show the world that they're trying to be more energy efficient and be more
Yeah,
environmentally
but
friendly.
with
They
with
are,
all the money they're bringing in with in profits. I mean, they could do so much more.
they could, and maybe they will.
I mean, if I get that they don't want to give out the sets and they don't want to reduce the price on
Yeah,
their
yeah,
sets. Fine, but at least take your billions and billions of Danish crowns and put it to good use, getting your act cleaned up and investing in your environment. I mean, and getting those numbers up. I mean,
yeah. Um, I should have said 1,000 instead of 2,000. That would have been easier math to do.
yeah.
But anyways, forgetting that making solar panels is bad for the environment too. I mean, so is making electric cars, but we're still thinking it's the way to go. But what was I going to say? I was going to say something and I lost track of it.
I was talking about the environment
Yeah,
and Lego investing
I
their billions and billions of profits. Profits.
okay, but here's the thing
into-
though: if Lego has a few hard years in the future where they lose money, at least they have that cushion, and they're not going to go bankrupt like back in the early 2000s when that was a possible thing, right? Or the late 90s, I forget when it was.
Well, revenue is what you're giving out to people who have stakes in your company.
It's
So
privately owned.
yeah, I know. So it's basically money into the Lego family's pockets.
Right now, they have 6.9 billion in free cash flow. So they have 6.9 billion sitting in the bank, basically.
Yeah,
Right now.
and
But again, that's a cushion for them, right? Like if the market turns down, or if something happens where like maybe the brown bricks start becoming brittle or something like that, some weird
yeah,
thing like
but
that.
do you really think that Lego right now, the way it's structured and the way the company is run, would go bankrupt, like just like that?
No, well, not just like that. I mean, I could see a decrease over time. No, the way people are buying Lego right now, no, of course not. But I'm saying, like, if next year they have a decrease in sales, which is quite possible. I mean, they only went up 2% this year. It's possible that the economy gets a little worse and people can't afford Lego and they don't make
So
as much
so they
money.
so they make it so they make $1 billion worth of profit instead of three.
Yeah, they're still okay. Okay. I'm gonna stop arguing because I'm not. I just can't. You can't
I
rant
mean,
it. Guy.
well, I mean, think of it. They get, if they get a decrease of like 66% of their revenues.
Yeah.
Well, not their
So,
revenues, their profits.
yeah.
Say profit. 66% of their profit is gone. They're still making $1 billion
Yeah.
Canadian.
Yeah.
They still
Yeah.
make in profits.
All
So
right.
they're not like, it's not like they're gonna go bankrupt tomorrow.
Okay. I'm not arguing with you, dude. Because you know what?
The
I can't
profit
afford to.
in Danish crown, they got 17.1 billion Danish crown profits this year.
Yes.
So they can afford to lose
17.1
17.1
billion.
billion Danish
For
crown in revenues, and they're still going to be okay.
yes. For the record, my finger's hovering over the mute button on Dave. I'm not going to mute him, but it's like
They're
I did.
still going to be okay. They're still going to be
Uh,
okay. So I'm not worried about them.
yeah.
Even if tomorrow, if even if in 24 we hit a recession, and I think we're gonna hit a recession because all the numbers, I think at least here in Canada, all
Yeah.
the numbers are there to
Yeah.
bring us
Yeah.
into a recession. I think, I mean, I think I heard that technically we are in a recession.
Yeah. It's just the numbers haven't got quite matched
Yeah,
it to say officially, but
yeah,
the way everything is playing out, it's recession-ish. Yeah. Lego. Our Axel was saying that since Lego is in the United Union, laws will make them go even more green in the future. Which is that's everywhere. I think should be everywhere at least. Lego is not a recycling company; it produces plastic parts. Others can design environmental things better. Also from Axel.
yeah. But again, they're a plastic company. They should be responsible and invest more into getting zero emissions,
Yeah,
and because
sooner.
they're plastic, because they're a plastic company, they're part of the problem.
Yeah, they are 100%. And I mean the whole plant-based bricks stuff as well. Which they haven't really talked much about that. I think the plant elements were all plant-based bricks because that was kind of funny. But Axel's also saying they went bankrupt once, almost went bankrupt once. Who's to say it'll never go that way again? They're just as bad as Loblaws, Fred is saying, which is our Canadian grocery chain that's making way too much money as well and raising prices on all of our groceries. Um, so what is David is saying is buy other brands, go collect Playmobil, get Barbies, go outside more. Is that what you're saying, Dave?
No, I'm saying that Lego should be a more responsible
Are you
corporate citizen.
so should we still buy Lego?
Well, it's hard to say to fans, don't buy what you love. I mean, and I'm a fan too, and I'm still buying Lego.
Yes or no?
But
Should we still buy Lego?
yes,
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna quickly place an order here. Oh no, sorry. All right.
Yeah, we
Let's-
should still buy Lego, but
All right. Dave says we're still allowed to buy Lego, everyone. So let's go ahead
yeah,
and buy.
but if you can buy them on sale.
Yeah, true. They're probably going green as fast as the supply chain can permit, considering many other companies are also going in that direction as well. True. I mean, you're making paper bag, you're using paper bags in the future. You need to be able to get the volume of paper bags you need, and the other thing is,
Well,
well, hold
if
on,
you
let me finish. Let me
oh,
finish.
wait,
Let me
wait, wait.
finish. They also needed, like, they've been working on the paper bag thing for a while too, because they need paper bags that aren't going to tear apart because the pieces are sharp.
Yeah, but
Right?
if you're working on paper bags, don't announce that you're switching to paper bags if you're still working on the concept.
To me, probably what happened was it's like, okay, I think we're good. Let's announce it because we want to go paper, and people are complaining that we have plastic bags. We'll announce it, and then as development of those bags continued, they were like, oh, we're going to have problems with this, and timelines got pushed back, right? Like that happens so much these days. I'm talking about my own company, TELUS. I'm looking at you, where projects are getting pushed back because budgets are changing and crap like that, or in their case, maybe bags weren't up to snuff, right? They do have a good quality control program there. So
Yeah, but with all their money in their pockets, they could invest more to get things going.
sometimes the answer is not throw more money at it. You know that, right?
I know, but
All right.
sometimes it is.
Let's change the subject. We can come back to this, but we're changing the
Yeah.
subject in a few minutes.
No, I'm done for the night.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. Brothers Brick, some scary good geometry in Lego. This is by Zachary Steinman. He created this mock. It's sorry, I'm trying to scroll back out here. Created this phenomenal geometric form out of Lego. So much so that Lego House and Bill in Denmark has even noticed his art and put it up on display in the Lego House Masterpiece Gallery. So it's a skull-shaped cube.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm trying to scroll size down, but these pictures on the side keep on getting bigger. Anyways, okay. It's a build that combines an onslaught of 1x2 curved slopes and rounded 1x1 tiles with stark color differences to make it something that feels very Jack Skellington meets Minecraft. So another one up here, Don't Be Afraid of This Lego Shadow by Patrick Biggs. Just an interesting, all black, kind of spooky, kind of cool at the same time because, it's like a cat with a lantern on his tail because that's what cats do, or wolf, or whatever it is. Yeah, it's just kind of cool. A tiny Lego home to evoke cozy feelings. So this is by Geneva Derwins. And it's micro scale home. Just thought it was pretty cool, just the size of it. The fact that the pets look slightly oversized for this, but not too much so. Sorry, my throat is starting to get really dry. But anyways, I'm a little concerned. Oh, actually, they even mentioned it. I'm really concerned over those dogs, though. I estimate they may be over 6 feet tall. They're liable to eat you into the house and home. So
it's a greyhound.
It's a greyhound, yeah, exactly. So
or a Great Dane.
Yes. I wasn't going to post this one, but then I was looking at it going, well, someone made a shoe out of Lego. Considering that we already have shoes, someone made an Adidas shoe, or Nike shoe. This is by Takamachi Erie. I probably totally butchered that name. But it's a Nike sneaker. Thank you, out of Brick Built. And there's the other one to match it too. So like I said, I wasn't originally going to post anything about it.
It's not the other one. It's the original shoe.
It's the other side, though.
Yeah, but it's the original. It's the shoe with its Lego counterpart.
Oh, that's so much better. Yeah, agreed. Okay, fine. Forgive my goof up. You're just bugging me. Okay. What was this Willie Wervin Wheat to Weep? This is by Joey Koznek. I think I've seen this floating around Instagram for the past few days or for the past few weeks. Brothers Brick finally picked it up, so I figured I'd talk about it a year or two. Just kind of a cool model. The leaves as wings are pretty sweet. So yeah. And last but not least, just a nice parts usage. putting the vest in vestibule. It's funny because I don't see a vest in here, but anyway. Oh, I guess the tower of the tower here is the rocket piece and a rat for smoke. Let me just get that one bigger. This is by Cab. So yeah, just the rat as a smokestack or a smoke pile I thought was kind of cool. And birthday cake is a building as well. So anyway,
Cool.
like I said, kind of interesting.
Micro scale.
Sorry?
Micro scale.
Micro scale. Yes, exactly. All right. Excuse me. So new sets that were added to the Lego database this week. Obviously, our 2 gift purchases. This Love gift box has been around for a while. These ones, I think I'm not sure if we talked about those last week because the Animal Crossing polybag sold out really quick. But there's also the 3 Mario sets that were added. I think that's it. Ignore my extra lists here. I was trying to figure out how much money, the value of those sets. The retail value of the sets that I was interested in buying for each of the months. So I created folders to say how much are they worth. Anyway, that's what that. 3 new parts were added this week as well to the database. These are the ones obviously from that gift for purchase. So just some light pink or bright light pink and royal blue pieces. So nothing much there. And now we're back to the animated series. That's the news. And now Dave's going to rant some more.
No.
Okay.
I told you I was done for the night.
You're done ranting? Are you sure?
Yeah.
They are probably going green as well. Oh yeah, we already did that one. It's just like EV cars, mandated by a year. Yeah. That's going to get rolled back though. They can't mandate it. There's not enough. Personal opinion. There's not enough supply, or there's not enough materials to build only electric EVs in the future. Going hybrids and plug-in hybrids, I think, is the better way to go at first, and then eventually going EVs once
Well, the infrastructure for all these EV cars is not in place. You don't have any recharging stations.
Yeah.
In some remote areas. So
yeah, and I mentioned a few minutes ago that I was car shopping or starting to look at cars, and I want to buy a hybrid this time around, just because I'd rather be able to drive in the city and not waste gas, right? Like charge up, or not a plug-in hybrid, but just be able to save on gas in the city. Because let's face it, most of my driving is city. And it's only when I'm going out on, like if I go on trips to shows pulling a trailer, that's when I'm going to be using the gas portion of my car more. But the other thing I'm noticing is every EV has a very low towing capacity because just the way they're designed, I guess. Like even the cars that are, here's the gas version, here's the EV version, the towing on the EV is about half of what the gas is. So the whole, I think I'd heard Motormouth, a Canadian YouTube channel. One of the guys there, the head of that channel, was saying Toyota had some kind of formula. It was something like it was 3 numbers. Let's just say 90-31 or something like that. So for one EV battery, you can build 30 plug-in hybrids or 90 hybrid vehicles type thing. Again, those numbers are not accurate, but it was something like that. So, and 90 hybrid vehicles will save much more fuel and emissions versus one EV or 30 plugins, right? Like it just makes more sense to go that way too. Anyway, so lots of materials. Just the supply chain for battery grade products isn't yet up and coming. Hydrogen fuel is starting to get better as well, so we'll hopefully be able to do that. Oh no, don't follow Motormouth. They are the worst when it comes to EV news. I disagree, but anyways.
Well. Let's make a note that Paul owns an EV.
Yeah, he owns an EV. So Motormouth has always been saying, again, EVs are not the solution right now because of the costs and all that stuff as well. So yes, Paul, you have an EV. I know you swear by it as well. 615,000 kilometers in 12 years. Um, I I don't. I like that channel. They to me they have common sense when they're not trying to sell you vehicles. They're giving their honest opinions. So, anyways, personal opinion. Follow who you want, believe what you want, but yeah. Still trying to get a hybrid at some point because I'd rather be a little more environmentally friendly.
I'll probably go for an EV type of vehicle for the next one.
Yep.
It's not going to be tomorrow, but
Yeah.
And it all depends on what's available,
That's
what's
the
the
thing.
price, what's the
Yep.
price, because you still have to pay for that vehicle. And I
Yep.
always buy new vehicles. I don't buy
I'm the
used
same.
vehicle, and especially for EV vehicles, you want to buy a new vehicle. You don't want to have a pre-owned because otherwise you're going to have to deal with replacing the batteries and stuff. And
Well, yeah, I
I
mean
don't
the
want to do that.
battery
I don't want
replacement probably isn't that big of a deal yet. Like there's been very few vehicles that have had to have battery replacements because they've run dead. From what I've understand in the market. The other interesting thing is I think Toyota said by 2027-ish, they'll have solid state batteries, which are lighter and hold twice the capacity, I think it was, of regular batteries. So you can basically go for half the size of the battery pack and still get the same range, or the full size and get like 700 or 800 kilometers off of a battery charge. So when that happens, I think that's also, if when that technology gets
the
in,
range is also my
yeah,
my concern because
yeah,
in we all know that here in Canada during winter when it's
yeah,
especially cold. It wasn't cold this winter. And we're already in spring,
we've been lucky, yeah,
but we could have some tough winters ahead of us, and we know that during winters when the cold temperatures set in, you have to like cut your range in half
yeah,
basically
pretty much,
because so if the manufacturer says you can go 300 kilometers in one charge during winter when it's minus 20, you cut that in half. So
well,
you have 150 kilometers per charge.
yeah,
So
we're probably making Paul scream right now. Toyota's been claiming solid state 2 years away. Okay, well, fine, but I don't know. I'm just going on what I'm hearing on the news because that's my source of news. Um, so,
so
uh,
yeah, you're cutting down on the range. So my concern is, will I get when I'm actually looking for the car, will I get the range that I want? Because I want like at least 400 kilometers.
if you
So
go a
when
full electric,
if I go fully electric,
yeah.
yeah,
So I mean, yeah, 400 kilometers is pretty much what some of them can do now.
yeah, but
But you want
I,
winter and summer 400 kilometers.
yeah, but well, not really, but I mean the for the smaller cars because I was
Oh,
probably
yeah,
gonna go for a smaller car because, like I said, you have to pay for it. So
yeah,
and I want to buy it new, so
yeah, yeah, yeah,
it probably go for a smaller car because I already have like a big SUV. That and
yeah,
if I'm going to switch one, it's going to be because I actually have two SUVs right now. I have my Mazda CX-9
yeah,
and my Kia Sportage. It's my Kia Sportage that's coming to an end of life. It's a
yeah,
2011, so
yeah, yeah.
it's
Fair
still
enough.
working. But
Yeah, cars that are from 2011, that type of years, they're definitely getting close to end of life, I would say.
yeah, so
So,
basically that's the car that's going to be changed.
mhm,
And so I don't need a bigger car because I already have my Mazda that I'm
yeah,
going to keep. So I'm probably going to go with a smaller car if I go electric.
yeah,
But the smaller car usually they don't have like a lot of range.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was looking at it as like the only Mazda electric car they have right now has 300 kilometers range. So
Okay. Well,
it's
and I
not.
mean they're fairly new in the EV market as well for Mazda.
Yeah, I know.
So
And
yeah,
I like Mazda cars, so
Yeah.
I would buy a Mazda car because I, like I said, I own the Kia. I'm never gonna buy a Kia again. So
That's funny because one of the vehicles I was kind of looking at was like the larger Telluride SUV, and I've heard good things about those ones. So, but yours is 2011, so I mean, they haven't. I would assume they have improved in quality since 2011.
well, hopefully,
Well,
but if when you have to change your whole motor,
yeah, there's that too. Yeah, good.
I had
Good.
to replace the whole motor because the motor went dead.
How long into how many kilometers in was that?
I was like 105 hundred.
Jeez. So
So
just
I
out of
was just
warranty.
over the warranty.
Nice. Nice.
So I had to argue with Kia Canada,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't budge. It was my dealership because I bought the last 3 cars I owned at
From
the
them.
dealership
Yeah.
from them. They said, "Oh, we're gonna work out a deal," and so they worked out a deal with me. But Kia
Okay.
Canada wouldn't have it, so no, I'm not buying a Kia again.
Fair
Sorry,
enough. Fair enough. I wonder.
and I'm not buying a Hyundai either because it's the same company.
Same company. Yeah. Oh, jeez. All right. Maybe we should end the chat and get it done with. Get her done, as they would say.
Get it done. Land a spaceship. Where's it?
Land a spaceship. I don't have a spaceship either. No, I don't have a
I have
spaceship.
Harley Quinn on the
There you go. Well, we'll go out with Harlequin riding into the sunset, shall we say? All right, everybody. Thank you very much. We will see you again next week. Same time, same normal place versus same place. Anyways, hitting
My
the
normal
buttons,
place.
hitting the buttons. So we'll talk to you guys later.